evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Spell. Today is Tarot Thursday. I'm your host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and I was supposed to be joined tonight by Reverend Don Lewis, but unfortunately, he has been delayed by power outage. I'm not sure he's going to be able to join us at all tonight, but please go ahead and post your questions or comments in chat or just say hi. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. And thank you, everyone who's tuning in. If you would like a reading for a general purpose, or if you have a specific question, go ahead and post those in chat if you would like to do so. And Brian wants a card. Do you have a specific question, Brian, or is this just a general reading? All right, we're going to do a general reading for Brian. Just a vibe check. All right, bro. One vibe check coming right up. See what we got here. So we have got the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles being about the material world, financial matters. And here we see someone in deep thought. So the material world is what's on your mind. We have the Six of Swords. And with the Six of Swords, we've got a journey. So you've been thinking about financial matters, and there is travel coming up for you. And finally, we've got the Nine of Cups. It's sometimes called the Wish card. With the Nine of Cups, this means you can have whatever you're putting your energy into, but it's also calling us to be very specific about what is it you want. You need to focus on what is it you want out of your current situation. And so hello to everyone out there in the chat. Thank you for joining me tonight. And go ahead and say hi. Post a question if you've got one. You are most welcome, Brian. I was supposed to be reading with Reverend Don Lewis tonight, but unfortunately, he is having a power outage and is not able to join me. So, you fine folks have just got me reading for you tonight, but don't let that make you shy. Go ahead and post your questions or tell me how you're doing. It's been a wet and stormy day here in Tennessee. Hey, Zane, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for popping in. And hello to everyone else out there. Do pop in and say hi in chat and let me know if you've got a question. Glad to see you're doing well, Zane. And if anyone has a question, feel free to go ahead and post it in chat. All right. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. And Renee wants to know about finances. All right, let me get shuffled up here. Just a moment here, Renee. All right. So the first card I pull is the universe, and I'm trying to show it in such a way that you can see it's not just black, it's the starry sky without a whole lot of glare on it. So this is the final card in the major arcana, and it really means everything is coming together for you. The next card we've got is Heart. And this card shows two lovers, although what it's really talking about is emotion. In this particular question, your emotions are deeply wound up in it, and you can't completely separate them. And finally, we've got the Nine of Swords. And in this case, with the 9, we are seeing you coming up on the end of a cycle, and we also really see that with the World card. And I'm going to pull one more card for clarification. And I get the 10 of Pentacles, which is about the best card you can get with looking for information about your finances, because this is a card about prosperity in the material plane. So I would say you've been devoting a lot of time and effort here, and you've got a lot of emotion bound up in it as well. But keep on the path you are on, and things are going to come up very well for you, Renee. Hey, Fluffy, good to see you. And Michael is asking me, he's planning a full moon event this Sunday at the local clubhouse. Will there be any issues? All right, Michael. I'll be happy to pull some cards for that for you. Hope you're doing okay tonight, and thank you to everyone who is joining me. Glad to see everyone out there. If you got a question, post it in comments. If you just want to say hi, say hi. Love to hear from you. Glad you're doing good, Michael. All right. So the first card is the Fool. I'm doing well. And Michael, thanks for asking. So with the Fool, what we've got here is a new beginning. I think you're starting something new with this, and also the idea of what you need to know is contained in yourself, but we also have the Soul, which is suggesting that you also may need to reach out uh, for some direction from spirit. And then finally, the Hanged Man, which, represents Odin hanging on Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights to get the knowledge of the runes. And I'm going to pull one more card for clarification here. And I've got the Princess of Cups, which is indicating a pretty stable situation. You are welcome, Renee. So I'm going to say that overall your ritual is going to go well. I don't see any real hitches, although I wouldn't be surprised if something a little unexpected happens during it. Anissa, I'm not going to do a reading for someone who isn't here. Now, if you've got a question for yourself, I'll be happy to do that, but I don't do readings for people who aren't asking for it for themselves, okay? I just don't feel like that's ethical. And Zane, I'll be happy to do a reading for what the universe wants you to know right now. Hey, Laura Jean, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Okay, Zane. So the first card I've got for you, Zane, is the Wheel of Fortune. And what this speaks about are the cycles of life and the fact that whatever your situation is, it's going to change. If things are going well, enjoy it. If things are not going so well, understand that it's temporary. Here, next, we've got the Prince of Cups. And this is talking about a situation that is developing for you. And finally, we've got the Two of Pentacles. And I'm trying to get the glare off the picture. The story of this card is a young sculptor is learning to work under the direction of a master. So this is all about learning from someone and perfecting your craft. So overall, I would say things are changing for you in a good way. And you're going to have an opportunity to learn something in the near future. And Fluffy is asking for a general reading. Just a moment. Let me get shuffled up and then I'll get to you, Laura Jean. So just a moment, please. You are welcome, Zane. I'm Mary. Good grief. Okay. Okay, Fluffy, the first card I've got for you is Strength. So this card is about having within you what you need to withstand in a given situation. And it's also a lot of times carries with it the idea that the time is not quite, it's not quite the time to act yet. The next card I've got is the Ten of Wands. And this is also about a situation that is winding up and coming to a close. Something new is coming. And again, I'm going to say you're thinking about something and it's just not quite ready. The time is not quite for you to act. And then finally, we've got the Ten of Lamps here, with lamps in this deck being specifically about spirituality, learning to use our own power and our own magic, and this is about mastering yourself. So I'm going to say that you are working on mastering something, and once you have that in hand, it will be time for you to act. And then Laura Jean asked for a reading, so just a moment here, Laura. And Fluffy says, yay, strength. Yes, strength is good. You are very welcome. Okay, so the first card I've got for you is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is about mastery of action and knowing when to act and being in complete control of your actions. Then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. And this is about having the resources you need to fund what you want to accomplish. And finally, we've got the Nine of Lamps, with again lamps in this deck being the suit of spiritual development and learning your own powers and to master them. And this is about learning to use your powers to look forward and understanding what your purpose is. So with all these together, I would say that you have what you need to move forward, and you just need to determine what direction it is you need to move in. So I hope you find that helpful. And now, while we've got a pause in readings, I want to talk for a minute about the Parliament of World's Religions. As a lot of you know, the 2023 Parliament of World's Religions will be happening in August, August 14th through the 18th in Chicago. And the theme this year is defending freedom and human rights. The theme is Call to Consciousness to People of Faith and Spirit to defend the dignity, freedom, and human rights of all. Now, we have had several members of the Correllian tradition will be going to the Parliament of World's Religions, and Pagan World TV will be there. We will be bringing you live coverage of the Parliament. We have press credentials. We will be bringing you live coverage every day from the floor. And we are going to be also bringing you coverage of a very special event. We are going to have our concert to the gods, a pagan concert and symposium that will be on August 19th. Byron Ballard will be our keynote speaker. Byron is an absolutely wonderful pagan elder. She is an author of several books on magic. She headlines at many different festivals, including Pagan Spirit Gathering, Starwood, Hex Fest, and the Pagan Unity Festival. She is known as Asheville's Village Witch. She is going to be giving us her thoughts on the Parliament. And you have an opportunity to get a ticket to this special broadcast. I've got it scrolling here at CorrellianPublishing.com, Concert to the Gods. It is just $10. We will have Byron's keynote speech explaining where she will give us her impressions of the Parliament the day after it closes. And we will also have music from Metamorph, Brian Hankey, Cloud the Pagan Rapper, and Sir Alan, and hopefully several more. So please go ahead and jump on that ticket. It is just $10. And this is going to be an incredible event. And does anybody else have any questions for me? Laura, I'm glad you found that useful. And I do want to thank everybody who's been here hanging out with me. And again, Reverend Don Lewis was supposed to join me, but unfortunately, they are having a power outage right now. So I will get him back on with me one evening very soon. And it's been a horribly stormy day here in Tennessee, so I'm just going to be grateful that I have power. And do we have any more questions from anyone in the audience? Go ahead and post them. Okay. And again, please do go ahead and get your ticket to our live event. Will be the Concert to the Gods concert and symposium. We'll be sending you out the link to the private broadcast a little bit closer to time. But you will need to have the ticket in order to get Byron's keynote speech. So does anybody else have another question they want to post? Well, I do want to thank you for coming on, and I'm just going to brag a little. We are celebrating Pagan World TV being on air for 1 year as of Tuesday night, folks. We've been all pagan all the time for 1 whole year. So we are proud to be your source for the best of pagan news, entertainment, and education. I want to thank you very much for supporting us and hanging out with us. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. And if we don't have any more questions tonight, I will go ahead and say good evening. Thanks so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. Please join me and Gail Tracy Mull tomorrow night at 8 Central for Everything Psychic with Gail and Tracy. Our special guest will be Jules, who is going to demonstrate tea leaf reading for us. So, thank you all for joining me. Have a great evening and blessed be.